89 The Current, live here in our studio with Broadcast. That song is Black Cat. And Trish, how are you?
I'm fine. How are you?
I'm good. Will you please let everybody know who's in this room with you?
I'm Trish on vocals, Ashley on drums, James on keyboard,
Hello.
Bill on guitar.
Trish, I got a question for you right off the top. Now, when people describe, particularly this last record, which people have described this to be sort of experimental for you guys, and I always think that's a very subjective word because experimental could mean, you went with a live drummer or something. What does that mean to you, actually, to be more experimental when you're making a record?
I think it depends on where you've come from. I think it's maybe just stepping outside of what you normally do, changing your process a little bit. In the grand scheme of experimental music, we are very conventional, I think. But I think for us, the experiment was drum machines rather than acoustic drums. Very detailed drums is what we usually use. So I guess experimental is minimal drum machines. And
what did you think that would achieve?
I feel that the songs chose the arrangements, actually. We did actually try recording live drums for all of the tracks, but we went back to the demos where we used a drum machine, and it just sounded a lot better, freer, lighter.
Do you have a studio at your home?
We have a living room with gear in it.
So technically, I think the thing that people think when they think, oh, this is amazing, you have all this time and you can make all your demos and record all this stuff. But the danger, it seems, in doing that at home is that you can tend to never finish and feel that there's no pressure or, deadline to get it done. Did you feel that way at all?
Yeah, we always feel that way. And that's why it takes 3 years to record an LP. But, we've had experience of big alien studios also, and we've never come away with anything we like from a big studio with an engineer and a producer. We don't kind of fit into the industry norm.
Maybe unconsciously or consciously, is there a theme to this record at all?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, I'm not sure. I'm sure there are a few, but for me it was really about letting go of my embarrassment about letting go. I think I'm quite hung up. I'm a bit kind of neurotic.
Would you say this is as a performer or just as a person?
All round.
Yeah.
I think mainly what we wanted to do with this LP was let go of our processes and being precious about what we do and trying to mean something all the time. And for me, I kind of wanted to just play around with words. I think in the past I've been quite emotionally wearing my emotions on my sleeve, I think, lyrically, and I was keen to kind of change subject matter.
I think there's a certain tendency of any writer, really, that obviously you want to be relatable and personal and meaningful, but at the same time there's always that sense that you have to keep a little something for yourself. You can't put it all out there, and I can appreciate that. And I know that you experienced a profound loss while you were writing this record. With the loss of your father, I feel it's hard to explain sometimes to people maybe who haven't been in that situation, but it's impossible not to be changed by an experience like that.
Yeah, I think it kind of really pulls the rug from underneath who you think you are, and it certainly was like that for me. And I think it came out, and I just really wanted to shed myself, I think. Not to get too kind of new age about it, but that's what happens. I think you totally reassess everything.
Probably not even just as a performer, just everything in your life. I completely can see that. You're listening to Broadcast Live here in the Current Studios. It's I Found the F. What is the F?
I don't know.
Where'd you lose it?
I don't know. I didn't even know I lost it. I didn't know I found it.
But you found it, all right.
It's just a line that came out of my mind.
That's definitely not writing with the heart on the sleeve. Again, I like the fact that you're writing in a different way. It's almost surreal. So
yeah, I think it's the methods that I was using are directly surrealistic. I think automatic writing, cut up. I think words have their own meaning, or you throw a few words together and they make sense by themselves, and it's really about the writer getting out of the way of that, I think.
The show is tonight. It's at the Triple Rock Social Club, and it starts at 9 o'clock, and it was a pleasure to meet you guys. Thank you so much for coming in.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Appreciate it. It's Broadcast Live here. It's 89.3 The Current.